Okay, so Bitcoin. Now, here's my messy chart of Bitcoin. I'm looking at BitMEX prices. And you can see that we've reversed quite a lot of a confluence of projections from this swing, the 3.618 from this most recent correction, the 1.618. And when you look at this most recent correction, you can probably go, well, you drew that wrong. I should have done this swing or this swing. We've talked before about when you see A, B, C corrections, you put your fibs over both swings. And so if this, I started to think that this was a bit of an irregular correction potentially in Bitcoin. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this projection is wrong. But clearly we've stopped going up and now we're going sideways in Bitcoin. And if we take this most recent 5-wave swing, which we have completed, then if this is our most recent 5-wave swing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the final wave is 5 as well, then we're correcting it and we should see at least a 3-wave, a clear 3-wave retrace of this. If we take the highs, so let's tidy up all of these fib things we've got on here. We don't need them all. And if we put our Heikin-Ashi on and we measured this low to high, let's make this a bit darker. Then you can see that we've got underneath our 236 fib, which is our touchstone, and it's now resistance. And so our next fib support lines up with these previous highs at the 38.2 fib retrace, and that's at 5351. But a 50% of this most recent swing, which is the most common one, is here at 5268. And if we come back to 5268, that would be 50% of this swing. Big picture, you can see it's actually not that big of a correction. So 5268, I think, maybe a little bit lower down to the 61.8, 5184. If we drop below them, or more importantly, the daily 20 moving average, then we can say that a bigger correction is underway. But ever since we made the low in February, or actually it was the end of January, on that anniversary of the same size correction as we had in 2014, 2015, then this was our anniversary date. Ever since this day, once we got above these moving averages, this 20 moving average has been support. So I think we can say if we get underneath it, then we can say that a bigger correction is underway. And this, from this January low, this 5-wave sequence will be complete. For me, it's not clear that we are complete yet. I think we've got room to go to the upside, and we could just look at it as a pullback. But clearly, first red Heikin-Ashi today. Remember, that's a moving average on the daily, so we are going to see some more downside. So far, that means it's very quiet for alts. Like normally, in a gentle pullback, this happens quite a lot. The first stage of a pullback in Bitcoin, everybody's wah, and alts don't do very well. And then once it all calms down in Bitcoin, then money starts going into altcoins. At the moment, we've got less than 10 that are green for the last 24 hours. And so most of the asset space is in a correction. And we got the same thing going on here in Ethereum, and second leg lower. Nice thing about this, once you get your second leg lower under the way, which we haven't got yet in Bitcoin, is you can start measuring. When we look at Ethereum US dollar, we can say if we make a nice equal measured move correction lower in Ethereum, we come to 146, and we come to where the 200-day moving average, and we test that perfectly. If we make the second swing, which is 61.8 of the first swing, we're just going to retest these lows, and in fact we can draw it as a wedge or a triangle pattern. And that's very useful, because if we find support here, we may very well be in a pennant or a bullish pattern and see another leg higher. We could break out to the upside from this very easily. So 158.61 in ETH, and maybe 146.68. I'm just going to recap Litecoin, because Litecoin has been a little bit of a leading indicator. So, got wrong chart here, 1 second. Now, let's go to the daily chart of Litecoin, because this is Litecoin US dollar at Coinbase. I know other The mileage varies a little bit at other brokerages, let's put it that way. But at Litecoin, dollar at Coinbase, what we've done here is an equal measured move. Correction. We're almost also at this daily 50 moving average. Let me show you how I calculated it. So if we take this first swing lower, spike lower here, for, is it this way? No, hold on, let's go to a 4-hour because I can't see the swings properly. There we go. That's the first spike lower that we made down here. From this high, we dropped to 71. And so this second swing, and you do need to go down a time frame to see this, maybe to an hourly, you can see it more clearly. Here we go. So that's our first swing. That was our first sharp drop lower in Litecoin to 71, and then we rallied, and if we project it from there, this is the equal measured move level here. 71.02. And we're sitting on it quite nicely. In fact, we've been sitting on it for a day now. And so I'm watching this Litecoin level for a bullish reversal here. That would be quite interesting. That would be the first. So Bitcoin, so maybe Litecoin would be the first of the alts that start to rally. Here on the 4-hour, we would need to at least get back above these lows and above that 200 moving average on the 4-hour. But that's what I'm looking for. It might be that we need to tag this 50 moving average first. If we don't and we keep dropping, then that's it. We're in a bigger correction in Litecoin as well. But it is one of those levels that's really cool to watch. If I look at fib retrace levels as well, from this low, this is the 38.2 at 70.22. So there is a lot of confluence here for Litecoin to rally from. 38.2 fib retrace from the December lows, daily 50 moving average, and an ABC equal correction as well. So that's Litecoin at Coinbase, one to watch. I know I mentioned it yesterday. I am still watching it today. We'd only just got to the level yesterday, and I said, watch the price action here. And so far, we're holding it. So, you know, we might bumble around a bit, but let's see if we can make a decent base like we do here. Litecoin does take its time sometimes.